Soft Places is an illustrated surreal novella by Betty Rocksteady, released through Ghoulish Books. Deals heavily with mental illness, self-discovery, and personal mysticism. We follow Jonna as she's taken to the hospital after a vague incident leaves her with some head trauma. She winds up in the care of Dr. Gone, who is pretty obviously not a very good dude. As Jonna comes to, she realizes she needs to get away from this place, and she does get out of the hospital for a little bit, but she's brought back ultimately. Jonna has her inner eye opened with a pair of scissors, which is pretty cool. She explores a dark and surreal world, beautifully illustrated by Betty Rocksteady here. The style evokes old-timey cartoons where the flowers and snails and mushrooms will have faces and wave and say hi as you're walking down. I love the artistic style. There's lots of nice, thick, chunky line work in there. There's big swaths of black sky and some hatching and stippling for shading and tonal stuff, which is all great. I love it. The characters are all round and appealing, and they all make me think that, like, if I was out to grab one, it'd be big and squishy like a big gummy bear. Anyway, traveling through the real world of the text and the illustrated otherworld, we follow Jonna as she learns the truth about her attending physician, and also comes to find a wealth of inner strength as well. Though parts of the narrative and dialogue are simplistic, I appreciated the presentation of being a mentally unwell person on a psych ward. Some parts of this hit pretty close to home in some ways. It's a quick read, and if you're like me, you'll spend more time looking at the illustrated pages than reading the text. That's not to say the text is bad, but the illustrated stuff, the pictures in here are just beautiful to look at. The artwork fits wonderfully with the prose. That said, I found myself wishing for some more complex turns of character in the story, and I sometimes struggle with pieces in which it feels like the protagonist is just kind of endlessly getting abused by all the other characters in the story, but that's just because I'm a big softie. All in all, I definitely recommend Soft Places. I think it hits a lot of important themes about mental health, self-knowledge. The artwork is a treat to look at. I'd love to see more stuff like this from Rocksteady in the future. So, for real, definitely check this one out. Soft Places by Betty Rocksteady. Check out bettyrocksteady.com and also perpetualpublishing.com, and you can pick up a copy for yourself. Mine came with this cool custom book plate, cool illustration on it, which is very cute, and I love it. Nice little snail there. Nice little dude. So yeah, pick one up. What do you say, Winston? What would you rate this one?
I give Soft Places by Betty Rocksteady 5.5 cute scootin' snails.